This is missing.
Yes, sir.
Good evening, everybody. How are you?
Good evening, good evening, good evening, everyone.
It's a beautiful Sunday afternoon.
It was really nice today. Yesterday it was cold in the morning.
Yep.
I had to do jumping jacks to come on because I was so tired. But there's a lot of news, a lot of good
There
stuff
it is.
happening, a lot
I,
of revenge.
yeah, Newsom giving money, you know. California's asking for more money.
Mhm.
A, a fire chief passed away from that fire. Alien Omar in trouble.
That's
No,
the one I want to hear
Jim
about.
Jordan seeking an investigation. Talk about it. Yes, we will.
I like it.
Yes, yes, yes.
Let me think. We'll put. Are we going to talk about Fort Knox too?
Probably should.
Because didn't you say something earlier about it? That you were thinking that maybe
Well, we can just,
I was right in saying that they might want to show us there's nothing there and these people have been stealing from us forever.
yeah, because I think he says he's already touted that there might be something missing from there. And you know what? If we remember something throughout these since Trump started in when he came down the escalator, when he would say something, nobody would believe him, but it was always true. It was
I know.
always true.
I know. And he's been
So,
transparent the whole
right,
time.
right.
All right,
He's
Joe, I'm ready for this. Ready for
okay.
this?
Yeah, he's never lied to us.
Gotta do more jumping jacks. Do it. Do it.
He's never lied.
Gotta stay up for this. No, he's been perfectly fine.
Hmm. Everybody's
He's
keeps
so
saying that he
funny.
lies and he tells this and that and the other. It's not true. He doesn't. Here, we'll give it to everybody. Um, I'll share to everybody, see if everybody comes in and says hi to us. Oh, I
Mm.
do it. And we're doing great.
Okay. Should I tell a joke in the meantime?
Um,
So, from what I understand, Dairy Queen was very interested in Burger King. So they were dating for a little
okay.
while, not very long. Um, Dairy
Right.
Queen missed her
Oh,
Menzies. And they were only dating for maybe 6 weeks or what. And she ran to his house crying, screaming at him, "What did you forget to wrap your Whopper?" Oh, God, that's a new low. That's a new low, Joe.
you
It's
are
very,
silly. Where you come up with these things is beyond me.
Mhm. Sure ain't. Come on.
Oh my gosh.
That's life, ain't it?
It
Wrapping your
is.
Whopper.
That's yeah, a lot of people do that, don't they?
Do you wrap your Whopper? I haven't wrapped my Whopper in quite a while. I've never
Right?
had a Whopper to wrap, I think. If I'm getting my sexes correct. But how is everybody this evening? Good evening, good evening. That's so funny.
Da-da-dun-dun. Good
No,
evening.
no, done and undone. No. Did you share to the biting group?
I did.
Winchester, what are you doing?
I have
Of
shit.
course, you're about to like talk about news, some conspiracies, some stuff, and the cat is making noise when on what I think is our case of water. We have
Yeah,
like two cases in
some
there.
weird stuff happening.
Well, a cat on the water isn't that weird. I'm just,
Hey, Joseph. Hey, Alan. What's
Hi,
going on, guys?
Alan. Hi, Joseph. Good evening, my
Everybody else,
brothers.
how we feeling?
Literally touch yourself. Tell, tell me, describe to me how you're feeling. Tell Joe. We
All
like to
right.
know these things.
I'm feeling all
Be
right,
very
man.
specific with your
I'm
wording,
feeling all right,
please.
man. Yo.
Which one is it, Joe? Biden must go. I keep getting them confused. No, it's not Biden must go.
Yeah. No, he's already gone.
Winchester, what are you doing? No, the
Hmm.
group, the group.
Oh, I
Wow.
don't. Let's go
If
Biden.
he didn't have his head on straight. No, that's not what I was gonna say. Hey,
Well, can I tell you what the first thing I think is?
I have to go
Let's talk
check what
about
the
this
cat's doing.
first
I'm
thing.
not even kidding. Go
I'm
on.
going to. Jim Jordan is calling on the House to open an investigation into the original January 6th committee. And he has issued subpoenas to Liz Cheney, Nancy Pelosi, Adam Schiff, and Adam Kissinger. What do you guys think? Do you support that? I sure as the hell do. I was going to put that up. Oh, by the way, everybody, I'm JRB5. When you see that little post
Ed,
in the front, that's me. I post those ones. Just so you know.
there's three people.
But what do you guys think of that? I think we need to go more than that. But yeah, I think that's where we need to start. But I think some of these people need to be arrested too. I do believe that,
There's
along
th
with all the other shit we got going on with all the immigrants. God, we got a lot of trash to clean up. You know that? There's a lot of trash to clean up.
I find some people think, certain, I don't think there's an importance order. The people that went after Trump seem like a obvious choice, but you see, I want to get the older people before they die, because I want to see them hanged. Like Pelosi. Now everybody seems to be dying. Isn't this funny? The Pope too. Isn't the Pope in the hospital, Joe? Didn't you say he was like on his way out? And I'm not, I don't have the flames in back of me because I'm trying to be anti-religious, but he's not a nice guy. All these people are passing away. Isn't Alec sick? Didn't you say Alec Baldwin is sick? Oh,
Yeah,
my
Alec Baldwin is
friends,
sick. Yeah.
what are the chances? Please, how many coincidences until it's
It's
mathematically
become
possible?
so much worse.
They're already dead, Joe. The divorce between
I just wish that guy would have had
Obamas,
more pain.
they're all dead. Joe, they did. They shit their pants. I promise you. They watched each other die and shit their pants. They had to pick the way they
Well,
died.
no matter
That's
what anybody says,
execution.
that motherfucker killed somebody, and my government, my state government, let him go on a technicality. Really? You lying sons of bitches. They lied.
Damn.
That's bullshit. They let him go. They did that on purpose. That was so blatant and in your face. If you couldn't see that, you're a freaking retard. Just like my governor is a retarded woman. I don't care what anybody says. And she's a thief. And I know she was in on Uranium One.
There's a lot on,
Mm-hmm.
see, no, that's why I want Hillary, the Bidens, the Clintons. I want them, and I know they're, but you see, I already know they're gone. So it doesn't bother me either way. But for you guys, if I were in some people's shoes that are not into conspiracies, then I would actually want certain other people um taken care of first. Oh, guys, it is the new. Oh, things are coming. Be ready. It's coming. It's on its way. I mean, when you told me Alec, first the Pope and then Alec, boom, 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 boom. They got the other Pope out. Was it Benedict? Benedict Day. Uh, I have to look that up again. I think. See, I need some friends on once in a while that know more about the religious stuff. Because I just stopped paying attention a while back, which is probably my bad. Not about theology, but following people. Because I knew like there were so many that were bad at one point. I knew I wasn't sure which was which. So I said to a lot of people, I just need proof either way. I was in like your shoes now. That
Yeah.
that's it. Not you and General Joe, but like everybody that doesn't get over that is not over that hump yet of holy shit, there is something going on, something major, something spectacular,
Mm-hmm.
miraculous,
Mm-hmm.
an error of something we could never understand this type of freedom that we will have. At least our children, if not ourselves,
Yeah.
you know. But anyhow,
I got a little note.
don't tell people you got a little one.
It's a
Stop.
it's a note. Yeah, very funny. It's a note from this guy. His name is Jason D. Meister. He says, I don't know who he is really. He's just probably somebody out there like us. But he says, hey, Democrats, if you hadn't illegally spied on Trump, undermined Trump's presidency, stole the 2020 election, arrested Trump, charged Trump, indicted Trump, gagged Trump, censored Trump, raided Trump's private residence, jailed Trump's supporters, attempted to remove Trump from state ballots, convicted Trump, and tried to kill Trump, none of this would be happening. But you fucked around, and now you're finding out. The American people. Right back at you, bitches. Right? That's what I say. Right back at you.
Look around and find out, right? And
Yeah, I
then
mean,
the new
hey, yeah, I mean, come on. Let's do it. I mean, let's see what's going on, right?
the new snafu
Yeah,
situation, normal, all fucked up, right?
yeah. Look, and then look at you got somebody in Minnesota now, Republican State Representative Steve Drakowski. He has receipts, affidavit, eviction notice, and documents. He's demanding the arrest of Ilhan Omar for crimes of federal tax fraud, federal immigration fraud, federal student loan fraud, and state violations of perjury, bigamy, incest, kickbacks, and acts of campaign fraud abuse from East Coast to the Mississippi River, Boston, Washington, New York, Chicago, and Florida. She, Ilian, was found guilty of the violations by the Minnesota Campaign Finance Board and ordered to return those funds. Miss Ilian appears to be a serial career criminal.
No kidding.
Deport the bitch. She should have
No,
never been in our Congress. She
no,
should
she's
have
dead.
never
She's
seen the
dead. They're
hallways
all
of our
part
Congress.
of one cabal, Joe.
But she should have never been in there. They
But
should have
they got
never
her
been
in
in there.
there because they wanted to make it easier for certain people to get into office, meaning illegal immigrants or people that marry their sister
Which she
to
is.
come into this
She's
country.
illegal.
You don't
Yeah,
marry your brother to come into this country.
that's true. Yeah, you
That
sure shit don't.
doesn't, that's not legal for us. There's a lot of things that we can do, a lot of
Yeah.
freedoms in this country. That is not one of them.
Yeah, that is not one of them. You do not get to marry your brother or sister. No.
Do you remember a few days back? I don't know, did I mention it to I can't remember who I told.
Hmm.
That the Texas National Guard soldiers have been deputized by the U.S. Border Patrol.
Yes, I did know that. I'd heard
Yeah, it's
that
pretty
too.
freaking,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm
Mhm.
happy about
Well, that
that.
had to happen, so
Yeah, they ain't messing around no more,
no
no
more, man.
more.
No more fucking around. They're going to close that border completely, totally up. Nobody's going to get through it unless we say you can,
God
which is
damn.
how it should have been in the beginning,
Oh,
you know?
oh, wait, they're
But
talking. We're missing what they're all saying here. Good evening, good evening, good evening. I feel like I always do when I touch pictures. Extra. Chilling out on my rainy Sunday. It's cold and nonstop rain.
right,
You south, Alan. You buy that big water, right?
that's
Uh,
right.
fight fire with fire. Now, what happened that you said that when he's saying fire, you said that the fire captain died?
Yeah,
Did you already go
yeah.
over
But
that?
this was about what we were talking about just now you know, with the one dude.
But who was she? Was she a fire chief at the
Yeah.
Palisades?
I
She
don't know.
was.
It says she was fighting the fire on January 7th, but I don't know I'm sure she was there, but I don't think they were really fighting the fire per se because they had no fucking water. Could they do? They were fucking standing around, throwing
Do you really
people out,
believe they didn't
escorting
have
people out of
water?
there. Huh?
Joe, do you really believe that California by the ocean didn't have water?
They had water from the
Or do
ocean,
you believe
but the
that it was a
reservoirs were dry.
directed fire to kill the filth and
Could be.
destruction and
Could be.
garbage and all the memories of the
Could be. I mean, they
disgusting?
don't tell us. They don't tell us anything, but yeah, I could that could be done. Yep.
Of course they
Yep,
don't.
absolutely. But
This is a military
this was
operation, people. This
this
isn't something we're supposed to
yeah,
know.
right.
Military tribunals, as a citizen, you're gonna
Yeah.
find out.
Well, this was a gay lady from that they thought was a DEI hire, and she was found dead in her home, and they expect they
How,
suspect foul play.
oh, how old was she? I'm just
49. She was going to retire this year, and they say that she was killed by her girlfriend.
Hi, Helen. She was killed by her girlfriend,
Yeah,
which means nothing
who
to
had
these
just gotten
people.
out of prison for assault.
The girlfriend did?
Yeah,
Yeah. You know what? I really don't. I told you, I'm not really interested in that story.
uh,
I don't know why. It's just
came into it. Yeah,
these people are going to be disappearing.
yeah.
They're disappearing. Joe, look up which was our last post. Oh, I'll look it up. You read the chat, Joe. I don't know where I stopped, but you can read the chat. I'll look up our last post. I thought it
Well,
was Benedict,
he said the fight. They
but
said Alan
resist
said
Benedict.
fight fire with fire. They didn't cut any slack when they were in power. That was in reference to
Francis.
that was
So
in
this is
reference to
Benedict
the
then?
Ilhan Omar thing.
You
She
would
had
have
been
known.
found guilty, and then also probably the spied on Trump thing. They fucked around. Now they're gonna find out. Oh, they're
Yeah.
gonna change that Doge to instead of that to FOFA. Man,
Yeah.
why do they
What
need
did that
to get
mean
that
again?
down,
It was
man?
a different acronym.
And
Instead of
I'll have to look for it.
look
I'll
around and
post it.
find out, is it?
Yeah.
FAFO, it was something it's something like paying back. I can't remember.
I
So
can't remember.
this is Pope Francis right now, right? The one you're the one that read the article. It's Pope Francis that has
Mhm.
like what kidney problems?
Yeah,
Kidney
he's in bad
third
shape.
third highest failure in the world.
Yeah, he's in bad shape. They say.
Death for death,
Yeah.
cancer, heart failure, and then kidney, I think. think cancer outbeats heart failure. It's crazy. Just diabetes and everything. Oh man. I don't want, I can't wait till all these holistics come out.
Yeah, he has
We're gonna find
pneumonia and
out
kidney issues,
kidney issues. That's what I
mild
thought. Okay.
mild
'Cause I only
kidney
saw a
failure.
picture of it.
Yeah,
The goggles.
he's not in good condition, man. He's
No.
Pope
And he
Francis was the
shouldn't
last
be.
one, wasn't he?
I'm confused. I don't
I
know.
am
You would know
too.
better
Who's
than
the?
aren't you Catholic?
I
Why are
am
you asking me? We
because I'm
need a
not.
few.
Oh
Helen
yeah,
might know.
it's
Who would
Pope
know?
Francis is now.
Pope
Um,
Francis is now.
yeah,
Benedict was the one that
yeah,
looked kind of evil, but he was
yeah.
probably a good guy, and they got him out.
Right.
They got him out. So Trump had wrote, or maybe he had said it. I can't. God, I need to get new. I have to go to back to the eye doctors again. The fraudsters, liars, cheaters, globalists, and deep state bureaucrats are being sent packing. The illegal alien criminals are being sent home. We're draining the swamp and restoring government by the people. Big, big words. By the people. Huge, guys. I love
Yep.
this man. Boy, do I love you. Now, when he starts saying cabal and shadow government, then I'll be like, oh, now I'm going to listen to everything.
Well, there's some kind of a shadow government that they were saying. Weren't they talking about that the other day? I think
You listen.
what's his name was talking about it. Oh,
Who do I
God.
listen to?
Um, Mark Levine was talking about a shadow government. I wish I would have paid a little bit more attention
Mark
to that.
Levine or Glenn Beck?
Mark Levine. I don't listen to Glenn Beck.
I
Mark
like,
Levine.
I don't like, oh, Levine is all right. That's really weird that you brought Levine up, though. Are they my dog and my husband seem to be playing upstairs. What did I have about Levine lately? Like recently I saw something and then you just said that. I don't know what it was though. Darn it to heck.
Look at that. Look at that. California governor asking Congress for $40 billion for the Los Angeles wildfire relief. Why? Why should we have to foot the bill for what he fucked up and did? I don't think we should have to. I really don't. I'm sorry, California. I know you guys is hurting. I think maybe the people that didn't make millions of dollars, we should help them. But the people that made millions of dollars, fuck you. You lose. You lose. Sorry.
What's
You should have
the
opened your
difference?
mouth when they fucking drained your reservoirs. Sorry.
What's the difference between the people that made millions and the people that did not?
The people that made millions have more. They have probably have another
Yeah, but
property they
what's the
can live
difference
on.
between these people in general?
I don't know. I
Because
don't know. I don't know who to help. I just don't. I think we should help the good people, not the bad people. But I don't know who's who. I don't know. I don't know who's who. I just
really?
don't know.
You don't see who's dying and who's living? Like,
Well, yeah,
who's
but
good and
yeah.
who's bad?
Mm,
Joe,
I
tell
don't
me five bad people. Five. Five bad people. Okay, give
That
me
were
five bad people that we want Cash Patel or Elon to find out funds about, or give me five off the top of your
Nancy
head.
Pelosi,
Yeah.
Liz Cheney.
Okay.
We
Her
already know
father.
Illy no harm, so we're not going to count. We're not going to count her. Um, that Jaya Powell lady.
Yes.
Um, there's another
You
one.
got
Oh, what's
Bragg,
his
you got
name? No,
Letitia
what's his name?
James, you got the
Chuck
Clintons,
Schumer. Chuck Schumer.
you got the Bidens,
Yeah,
Hunter,
but
Chuck
I was just
Schumer,
thinking.
you
You said
got
five
Nader,
people.
um,
See, all this shit's gonna
Wheeler.
got to get bigger. All of it
How many
has to get bigger.
judges? How many freaking judges? How
Oh
many
God.
lawyers?
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God.
And then
There's
we
so
have it
many.
Booker,
Oh,
Warren.
yep.
Uh,
Warren is another bad one. Oh God. I just posted something about her. Her saying
so
that
did
we don't have
I.
a right to know how they're spending our money. Who the fuck does this bitch think she is?
She had like
They want to
$22
get it
million
all up
dollars,
in
making
Trump's business
200,000
and
a
all
year.
up his butthole and find out what he's doing, yet we can't know how they're spending our money. Get the fuck out of here, Liz Warren, you fucking idiot. You're such a stupid bitch. God,
How
dog.
about
How can people be so stupid in our
her
Congress?
second nephew, Newsom, who's asking for money at this moment?
Yeah, Newsom.
How about the mayor of the Palisades?
Yeah, she goes and she fires the main lady saying, well, there's some discrepancy with that lady, what
How
that
about
lady did.
Soros?
And I'm thinking to myself,
How
who the
about the
hell do you
kings and
think you are?
queens?
You left to go Ghana.
How about Trudeau?
Yeah, all of them, yeah. And even the lady down in Mexico, I think she was installed down there.
You got the Venezuela, you got um
Yeah,
you have
Maduro. Yeah,
China. I mean,
yeah,
we
all
could
of
sit
them.
here forever. All the
All the evil.
bastards, all
Yeah.
the scum that all these
These are just people that try to
organizations
hurt other
that need to be
people. I
dismantled. How
totally.
about the old guys? Comey, Stork,
Oh, Comey, Comey
um,
needs to go pay. He needs to be brought back. Milley, oh God, Milley needs to be freaking hung, shot, drawn and quartered, tarred and feathered. Oh my God, that guy is a
Obama's.
traitor to the country. He's a
Um,
traitor to the uniform. He's a traitor to every soldier that wore the uniform. That who Milley is. You're a traitor, Milley, and you should die because of what you did to your country and your president, your commander. You are not in charge. You put yourself above the commander in chief.
I ain't
Nobody
gonna.
elected you, Milley, and you gave our secrets to who? Our enemy. Shame on you.
Bum.
Milley has shame. You have brought
There you
shame on
go.
America and shame on yourself and shame on your family. You are a bad person, Milley. Bad, bad, bad.
Miss Sarah is gonna happen. Um, what do you think about Fort Knox?
Fort Knox, I I,
We
I
talked
still
about this
think
a couple of
Trump
times.
already went in there. I think they already went in there, like you said. I think he already knows that. Well, it's evident because they took those 20 billion bars or $2 billion worth of gold bars and gave it to Stacey Adams. So
Yeah,
you know the gold bars are already missing
Abrams,
out of
right?
Fort
Stacey
Knox.
Abrams.
They gave her gold bars.
That makes no sense. What would she do with gold bars? It was the bad guys that had to arrange this.
She's
She
making
she
payments with
she
something.
can't go to like some pawn unless they have connections.
Either that
It
or
comes
all
through
that it's going through her agency, all these
Hey,
gold bars to be
Soros, I need a favor.
redistributed to all these people in Congress. That's how they've been doing it. They're stealing our money through all these programs. They take it, they disperse it, and then they feed it right back into them. They have found ways to screw us from left to right and up north to south, east to west, crisscross, and back and
You know
forth
what
around the circle. Jesus
you know
Christ.
what the biggest hiding spot is, Joe?
Hmm.
The toughest and the biggest?
Hmm.
Probably be our oceans.
Granted.
They have a lot of history.
Hmm.
Um, Things survive. Miraculously, they survive,
Hmm.
but they do.
Common people can't get to some places that are out in the middle of the ocean.
But it's a great place to hide shit. If they
Sure
have
as
the,
shit is.
but
I
who would
agree with
know
you.
if Hillary took one of her evergreen ships out there with a cherry picker or something that could just pick up who
Yeah.
would the fuck ever
We would
know?
never know
The
that they're
middle of the
digging out
ocean.
there. We would never know. We would
Right.
never know.
Great place to hide. Great hiding place. And it's so heavy
Right
it
out in
could
the middle of
barely move
nowhere.
any. They'd have a
Yeah.
metal. Come on. It's
Right
so
out in the
easy.
middle of nowhere, right out in the middle of front and in front of everything. God and everybody, and nobody
Exactly.
can see them.
But that's what they've been doing with everything. It's just
Hmm.
such.
Yep.
backwards progression. I wish the liberals would wake up already. All right,
I'm
what are
tired
we
of it,
talking
man.
about in the chat here? All the pardon Biden made are gonna be overturned, and they're gonna be dead.
Yeah. Damn it. Stop
Pocahontas,
erasing your
right?
messages, guys. I haven't read them yet.
Right, Lincoln. That's all right. If they want to erase it, I don't care. Who cares? Peter Stroke, yes. Should be in jail for the part of played in
Oh man, he's been
Russiagate.
dead
Yes.
for a few years now.
Just dust, not gold dust. Yeah,
Yeah.
I believe that, Mama. I think that it could go either way. I think Trump knows, but either they want to show, they want to give national education because apparently it seems like every age group of higher age, 18, 20 or older, right, Joe? You were saying something about that. Seem to be interested in this
Right.
because it's partly history. I mean, it's a
Hmm.
full history.
Yeah. I went on a tangent with her today because I think that they keep telling us that if you read history, then you're not going to repeat it. But if you think about it, we keep repeating history. History keeps repeating. Wars, we keep having wars. We keep doing stupid things. We keep having the vaccination thing. God, come on, man. Stop this crap. They keep throwing crap at
No,
us. We
I
keep
didn't argue about. I just
It's weird stuff
wait.
always
But
happen every 100 years.
who, Joe? Who had
The
control
evil
enough to
cabals,
do that?
the
He-
cabals. It's always been the people
That's
that were in charge, the people behind the money, the merchants.
that word, man. I can't believe that word. It's been getting to me now. I understand why.
Well, merchants have always made the most money. Look, go back to that movie.
Well, they're
Go back to that
international
movie,
traders,
the
traders and
the pirate
traders. Isn't
movie.
that weird?
What is the pirate movie with Johnny Depp, the very first one? Pirates of the Caribbean.
Caribbean,
Go
yeah.
back into that movie. You know what they told you
Okay.
what they did. They told you, see, the crown is the one that created the pirates. They've always controlled the pirates because
Right.
they started paying
Which
an
is the
insurance
cartel,
on
which is our
these loads.
governments,
Yeah. So they
which
would
is our
win
kings and queens.
battles.
Anybody with an ounce of money
Right.
and somewhat of a reputation, other
Hmm.
than Trump and a couple of other entrepreneurs,
Yeah.
they have sided with the dark side.
That's right. They sure as shit did. Who do you think brings all the drugs into this country? Mr. Government. Don't tell me
All
no,
planned.
because I know they do.
It's
They
all
could
been
stop
planned.
it. They could stop it in a heartbeat. You know they could.
Bring back the old West kind of judgment. Yeah, eye for an eye, even bring back a biblical judgment. You
That's right.
steal my horse, I have a right to shoot you. That's Western. And it's
That's
kind of
right.
nice.
Horse rustling was the worst thing you could do
I'll
to
shoot your
somebody.
leg if you steal my camel.
Horse rustling. When you horse rustle, that you found people hanging from trees.
Yep.
Yeah, that was true. That
Don't
really did
mess with a
happen.
man's horse. They're right. That's their
Mhm.
baby. Their
Cow
pets.
rustling was the same thing. If you went into somebody's property and stole their cows or their goats or their sheep or anything else, that was called rustling. That's stealing, and they would hang you for it. It was a hanging offense, or they'd shoot you. They really would. They would do it. They didn't give a shit about you. Fuck you.
That
Who the
was
fuck are you to steal from me? Everybody out here in the West worked their fucking asses off for what they had.
right.
It's just the way it was. It was rough life.
Do you have a little more news? Yes, it
Yeah.
was. Or do you want to ask that question since
What
we're
question?
on? You remember we had discussed something which you actually mentioned a little bit of before. It's okay. Do you want to talk about what you go on? You say the last or whatever the last news you have.
Well, we were just talking about Gavin Newsom, how much money he would just ask for. He asked $40 billion for the wildfire relief. Well, he had
Yeah.
just given
Oh.
50 million to protect immigrants of California policies against Trump. So why should we give that fucker money if he just gave that
Did
much
you
money
guys
to
hear that?
fight
I didn't mean
Trump?
to laugh over that.
Who does he think he
So he just
is?
gave illegal immigrants 50 million for what?
To fight
To
Trump's
fight Trump.
immigration policies.
Like this bitch in Maine,
Hmm. And
Janet
so,
Mills.
in other words, so the immigrants don't get thrown out. They already get all kinds of shit. They give cash assistance. They get um, they get money for food. Some of them are getting SSI in California. You know, I mean, come on, some of these old Mexicans and whatnot, people from other countries, they didn't work their whole life here in the United States. They came here old, so they don't deserve the SSI.
No.
They're not a citizen. When you're not a citizen,
Meanwhile,
you
our
don't
social
deserve it.
security is in
Right?
threat. It's in
Yeah.
level
If you
threat.
don't have a social security number, you didn't pay into the fucking system. So why should you get money from it? You got to pay into the system to get money from it. I've paid
But
my whole life
well,
into that
that's what I
system.
realized. That's why I went and did, even when I worked in the Brooklyn Museum, I made more money off of my tips because I
Yeah.
was doing, you know, the security of watching people's bags and stuff. It was so exciting. But
Yeah.
it was easy and I could sit there and study because I was still in school. So,
I just think it's wrong of him to do that shit. They have some of these immigrants have more rights than us. It's just not right.
well, that's what they wanted to happen.
They
But it's
did.
not going to happen. They're proving it to the world. They're proving it to American citizens that it shouldn't happen, right? They're proving it to the world that Trump is proving to the world that this country, by just saying, I'm not fucking around, this is the Gulf of America, which I'm sorry, it's not my, but he did it strategically. It placed a marker on our country, like
Yeah.
where now Sauron's eye should be on us, right? Is it Sauron from the Lord of the
Sauron, yeah. Yeah.
His eye should be on us. Oh, it's Gulf of America. What the fuck did he do?
Thanks.
It's not my favorite, but hey, it's Trump.
Thanks.
He
Yeah.
knows better than I, right? Better than you, Joe.
Hmm. Max and hot bungee cords.
Yeah, I know. I read that.
Hmm.
Meaning instead of like being hanged, like bungee cords. I was thinking about the Sheens. Did we say, I don't know. I can't remember if it was just me, you, and Mama Helen talking off the live, talking about Sheen and Emilio Estevez.
Yeah, I remember them. Hmm.
No,
I
I'm
think
saying, did we
I
talk
think
about
it
it
was
on?
I think it was off.
Because, okay, we all know what a dirt bag Charlie Sheen is, and we all know what a
Yes.
in fact, Mel Gibson tried to help Charlie Sheen, and
Fuck.
Charlie Sheen actually said something good about that with Mel Gibson. It was like one of the best things he's ever said about Mel Gibson in like years, but um yeah, the mother took Emilio Estevez and
Right.
kept him. It makes sense, right? She let
Kept
her,
them away from the Sheens, yeah.
yeah, because she knew.
Hmm. Bad people.
No, no, no. It's just things to think about. When you were talking about, because I had to go and check on the cat, Jim Jordan, he's gonna inquire about January 6th too, right? Or
Yeah,
because
Jim Jordan is, yeah. He's already
yeah,
doing it. He's already done it.
he already,
It's done.
that was okay. So what you said is already past tense.
Yeah. Hmm. Listen, what Helen said. She saw a video of a lady saying they are giving the migrants social security cards and American passports so they can collect our social security.
Right.
Yeah, they are. They're trying to.
Mama Helen, sort of like Barry Obama.
Yeah.
Right? So the story goes with Barry is that there was a couple vacationing from Connecticut They went and vacationed in Hawaii. The man died, the husband.
Hmm.
The woman returned home, and that is the social security number, her deceased husband, that Obama uses. And I think it was Obama's brother that proved it.
Hmm.
That is so weird. Why would that come up on my odd? And wasn't there news about Joy Reid or
Yeah, Joy Reid's out of NBC. They pulled her out of it. I think we talked
na
about
na
that
na
already, didn't
na
we?
na
She's
na
gone.
na na
They took
hey,
her
hey,
down. Her
hey.
ratings sunk down
Bye.
into the toilet, and
Mhm.
she gone. But there's somebody else that they pulled out too. I don't remember that. I don't know who that person was at all. But they sunk him out. He's gone too.
Good.
Two of them. They took two of them out.
Ah,
That it is, man. Yep. The conservative party won in Germany. Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
I was also looking up the acid rain stuff. Let me see if I
Hmm.
found anything interesting. Because we were talking about the other day, and it's like, obviously we're not dead from acid rain. And if if it was really dangerous in certain areas, then why would they tax farmers on water and then tell them not to collect rainwater? It there's certain things that just don't make sense, right? Right?
A
I don't
lot of
make
things that don't make sense. This
no.
I don't like the idea of them telling us we can't collect rainwater.
Yeah,
Why can't we collect rainwater?
that makes no sense. Fuck
Makes
you.
absolutely 100%
Well,
no
but it's
sense at
acid
all.
rain
Who
because
are you to
coal
tell me not to
plants,
collect
Joe.
rainwater?
Even though the guy came up with it in the 1850s, it began in the 1950s when Midwest coal plants spewed sulfur dioxide
There you
and
go.
nitrogen oxides into the air, turning clouds and rainfall acidic.
Hmm.
But
You
yet,
guys seen China?
Robert Angus Smith was the first to show the relationship between acid rain and atmospheric pollution in Manchester, England. But of course,
Yeah,
Smith coined the term acid rain in 1872, and the scientists began studying it in 1960.
yeah.
But Robert Angus had this theory in 1852, uh, which goes pretty much against it began in the 1950s when the Midwest coal plants. What? Do you understand? 1852, 1950, 100 years apart.
100 years apart. Hmm. Gee, isn't that something about repeating I just said?
Yes, oh my God, I was just thinking the same thing. We've had a lot of weird things happen today, Joe.
Yes, we
A lot of
have.
weird things. Which, do you want to bring it up? Let me bring it up. Oh, I found out a definitely other cabal leader. The question is for you guys, this is a little maybe maybe you'll see it from a godly point of view, maybe you'll see it from a human point of view, spiritual point of view. I don't care. Maybe a realistic one. I don't, whatever you think, however you answer, you don't have to be careful. You could change your minds, right? And you don't even have to write it if you don't want to, but I'm curious to see if anybody will answer it in the comments. So the question is, do you think that you've ever lived before? Joe and I have discussed this.
Yes. Gives me freaking I trip on this question
It's a tripper, it's a tripper.
because I feel like I do. I have.
Yeah, Joe's told me this story before. Go on, tell them.
I feel
The point of the question.
when you first asked me that, it's like I feel like I was here when when we first landed then when the
You mean sailed here?
yeah, when we sailed here and we got off the boat, I feel on the ocean, we landed, and then I feel that about the inside the, around the area when they were writing the independence, the Declaration of Independence. I don't know where I was or what I was doing, but I feel like that we got it wrong. And I've always felt that ever since I was in school, even that it's being done wrong. You say this and you say that, but you're doing this and that's wrong. And it drives me crazy that it's everything is so
Like
done
you
so
felt it like
backwards
in your heart and soul or your
yeah,
mind or what?
in my heart and soul, my mind,
Like it was a
everything.
part of you. It was
Yes,
definitely part of you
like
somehow.
everything is being done the wrong way. The
Mhm.
government is not the way it's supposed to be done at all. I mean, you're not supposed to be making all these frivolous bullshit laws that they're making. And they're making some frivolous bullshit laws that they're not allowed to make, like giving themselves a salary. That was never
That's the
supposed to happen.
most ridiculous thing when politicians aren't really supposed to work for a
Then
salary.
they give themselves
Perhaps
a
the
raise,
president, but no politicians.
right?
Our soldiers do, um, but not our
And the
politicians.
president was supposed to. That's it.
Yeah,
That's it.
it's terrible.
Nobody else was supposed to get anything. So I don't know, man. I don't know where all that came from. It just don't make sense. I don't know. That's so I feel like I've been alive before.
Read the comments. All right, so I'm gonna read this a little bit. I knew some of this, and it's kind of Hinduism, Buddhism, Sikhism, and I believe it's Jainism are
Mhm.
religions that believe in reincarnation. These religions originated in India and share a
Yep.
belief in karma, which you know is
Who knows?
you do something good
Mhm.
for someone else, say, and something good happens to you. That would be karma.
Right.
The law of cause and effect, yeah.
That one
Um,
says, no, we are not reincarnated, but we don't know that. We don't know that. And yeah, I know Trump did not take his salary. Yeah, I know he didn't. I know.
no, no, neither terms.
What was a part of the World War II somewhere in the Pacific Theater? What was that?
World War II?
Yeah.
What were we talking about?
What was I talking about?
I don't remember.
Mind my brain. There's so much in it.
Nobody else answered about that? I'm so
Mm-mm.
curious.
I don't know. I just don't know. I don't believe in it. I feel it. I get you. Okay, Joe. Yeah.
Joe
Yeah.
Rogers, Joseph said that?
Yeah. I feel it too. So I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. I don't. I just don't. But
So
it's like,
even if you believe in God, it's acceptable to believe in reincarnation because, in a sense, our religions are more common than not
mhm,
because our souls are there with God, say.
right.
But this is just a machine. This is just a shell, a body. It's nothing,
Yeah.
right? And God says, listen, we got to do things this way. You got to go into this body. Your soul has got to go into this body.
Right.
And to me, I think people that have old souls, we've heard this expression many times, are probably more awake
Yeah.
to what's going on.
And yeah. Like, I would also remind everybody that, yeah, Christianity says no, that we weren't reincarnated. But you know what? You should also remember that Christianity, there's only 2.3 million Christians. And there's 8
Didn't I
billion
say
people,
that?
2 2.3 billion Christians, and there's 8 billion people on this planet. So there's other faiths too out there that have different beliefs than what we believe. So I
So
think we should just keep an open mind because we just don't know.
I'm glad you said things like that. It just sounds perfect. But I also want to add that these four specific, specifically these four religions,
Pay more attention. You're right. You're right, Alan. We need to pay more attention to the comments in real
these,
time.
yes, it's
You gotta
hard. I
find it.
can't, I need my friend to help me. He's gonna help me. Um,
I don't know.
these four religions were almost washed out.
Right.
By who? This time it's not Cabal.
Mhm.
Who killed off those religions or almost wiped them out? Almost. That's why I was very pleased to have met. I met two Buddhists. One's a monk. I mean, I couldn't ask for anything more. I still talk to him once in a while. I talked to him a lot at one point, but the Muslims, they took over all like all those places.
There's only
India,
2 billion Muslims.
Pakistan. They were Hindu and Sikh. They were in and Buddhists. Parts of Asia. They weren't Muslim. Just throwing that out there. See, why? Why take those religions out?
Mhm.
Why try to? Is there a reason? Something we missing here? Is it because they believe in reincarnation? These people are so very careful about killing things. They wouldn't kill, like if they go gardening, um, they would go very gently in the soil as not to kill an ant. That's how these, that's how, and you're gonna tell me these people are their religion means less? They won't even kill an ant. Do you understand? They will pick
Mhm.
pieces of soil up so they won't hurt a worm. These monks, these Buddhists. So what religion is right? What concept is right? Any of you will kill the first roach you see. These people wouldn't do that. Think of it. So who's more Christian actually? Sorry. That's why I have trouble with
With yeah, religion.
religion.
I know.
And do they have a Tower of Babel?
Hmm.
And that's why they speak a different language and look different than we do?
Yeah.
Different color skin, different eye shapes, different shapes of their faces. When it doesn't make sense, Joe.
Probably not true.
Most likely it ain't the truth. I'm gonna try to fix that, Alan. I promise. I'm gonna like see if my friend we're gonna try to do 2 Saturdays a month.
Right.
2 Saturday nights, probably starting about 11ish. Um, and we'll have it where the latency is right there, or you guys can just come in.
Yeah. That'd be
Maybe
cool.
they should both, maybe the Saturday night shows should be open. And we'll just keep it at Saturday nights twice a month, have open shows. We're trying to cut down a little bit, come on every other day or so. But since there's so much happening, we just, like I said in the beginning, I did my jumping jacks. I'm like, let's wake up. We gotta go. We gotta do this. Um, and then we actually did want to discuss with you about higher sources of intelligence. like what you think of reincarnation. That was Nietzsche, Joe. Religions can get, what does that say? Convoluted?
Convoluted.
Convolute? What?
Convoluted.
You're welcome, Alan. Convoluted.
Carolyn
Con-
only has a problem with the Christian faith.
I just
Hmm.
said that the Muslims were trying to take over the Buddhists and the Sikhs. So the Christians never did that. Well,
Mm, mm.
there was the Spanish Inquisition when they tried to take the Jews. Again, they tried to take the damn why is it always the poor Jews? So I don't know why you say that, Mama Helen. I just don't accept one religion or one theory. I
Just don't
never
know.
did
We
accept
just don't know
one.
what happened yet, right?
Right. And I believe more in energy. I really do. I do believe we have an astral plane. I do. I mean, I've heard people talk about it, where you have like a line to yourself in the astral plane. So me and Joe are just hanging out up there as well as down here, you know. Um, we're all trying to figure out how this works together. But we already know up there, but we got to figure it out down here to save the earth, that kind of stuff. That's all Christian. Why wouldn't God be into that? Why wouldn't Jesus be like, hey, now do it? Are we not soldiers of God?
Yes, we are.
Thank you. So, what else are we supposed to do? Um, I believe we've been lied to.
Oh, yeah.
I just don't know
That's
which
just
is the truth.
evident.
Just because
That's
I
just
bring up
total evident.
something. Yes. But then why? That's the thing. We're lied to about everything. A lot of people see this,
Yeah. Yeah.
right? Our
Yeah.
sciences, our economy, our
Hmm.
money. So why not?
Joseph said, no church or religion will save you. Only Jesus Christ saves. Hmm. What about those people that don't believe in
In
Jesus
Jesus.
Christ?
Right.
What
Do
about
they
those?
just
And
die
they're
with
good
bad
people too.
souls?
They're like a Buddhist or something else, but
Yeah.
they're very good people, very honest people, work work hard,
They
live
all
good,
deserve to die
don't
because
hurt
they
other
don't know who
people,
Jesus is.
don't hurt God's earth. What about those people? Are those people not counted too?
You never hear Trump
I
bring up
don't
Jesus.
understand. I don't understand
No,
that
it
we're
doesn't
the
make
that
sense.
only Christians count. I don't get that.
It doesn't
You
make
know,
sense.
and then it they have that thing where, well, if you ask God for forgiveness, you will get forgiveness from him. But what about the people that you wronged so bad before you asked for that forgiveness? What about those people? Do they not get any kind of justice from what you've done to them? That's see, I don't I'm so confused with all that. So I just don't know how to because I don't like being mean to people. I really don't.
It's a very touchy subject, but that's why we brought it. And
Yes.
we're all friendly here. Nobody's going to get mad at anybody else's beliefs.
Yeah. I know. I'm
See,
just saying.
Buddhists have a variety of views on Jesus, from acknowledging him as a great person
Yeah.
to
Hmm.
rejecting the idea of personal saviors. You know, as him as a personal savior, I'm sure.
Well, they even say he was here. The Indians even say that he came here.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Who knows? I don't know.
The Dalai
We weren't
Lama
there. We
has said
weren't
that
there.
Jesus, exactly, we weren't. Dalai Lama had said that Jesus was a great human being and a universal teacher. Some people believe some Buddhists believe Jesus reached a high state of enlightenment or became a Buddha Histama. I can't believe I pronounced that right. Looks like I did. And others reject the idea that he's a personal savior from sin. That whole sin thing just never made sense to me.
You're
What?
born with sin.
Yeah, really?
God loves the babies.
Right. So how
God
are we
loves the
born into
children.
this world with sin? Because our parents had sex? That has nothing to do with us, right? Otherwise,
Sex is not
the whole
sin.
abortion would go out the door
But sex is not sin, isn't it? Procreation.
if you're married. Right.
Why do you have to be married? Who said
Well,
did
that's
God
in the
say? Does it say
Bible.
in the Bible you have to be married?
I believe so, yeah.
No.
So why would the baby be born in sin if they're married, making love to create a child? They
Yes,
want a
Ellen.
child.
Ellen says, my belief is live my life according to the Ten Commandments as best I can.
I wouldn't disagree with that. I think Christianity is a beautiful religion, so
I do too. I mean, you're supposed to be kind, but are they really kind?
not the
And
organized religions.
I did not find any nun kind that when I walked into the class and during catechism and they had to slap my hand with a freaking ruler every day because they said you might be bad.
That's so stupid.
That was the stupidest thing I ever had. I'm so I just like
I know. I was in
all
like
right,
second or third grade, so it was like eight or
all right.
nine,
Just
and we had assembly in the morning in school in St. Anselm's, and we're getting ready to go up to our classrooms. You know, we form a line, we did the Pledge of Allegiance or so. I forgot what we did, sing songs or something. I don't remember. Um, and I got sick. I started feeling very nauseous. And my teacher said that the principal, or no, maybe the principal asked me. She was passing by. Obviously, I looked sick. Yeah, stupid nun. God, if I was a parent back then, she pulled me by the ear
yeah,
and dragged me into the principal's office. Why didn't you stay home? I just got sick now, idiot. Fuck you. These people were assholes. The church are the ones that stole the potatoes from the Irish during the potato famine. Didn't you know?
I don't know, man. I
Who
just
studies it? Not like exactly, live by Jesus. That's a great rule of thumb for anybody. But not everybody has to believe in it to
nope.
get.
Hey, listen. Joseph says this. He says, study the Bible. Don't just read it, and it will answer your questions. Maybe, maybe. But I grew up in the church. I grew up
Yeah, I
both in
know.
in the Catholic
I've
religion
heard them say
and
the most.
the Lutheran religion. He says, my belief is life is according to no, my belief. No, that was Alan. And in the Bible, it tells you of all the religions that rejected Jesus.
That's
Uh,
interesting.
yeah.
Well, no, why not?
Yeah.
We always get back down to this Bible thing.
I just don't
And
know,
it's very
man.
hard for
I
me to
don't know
believe.
what to believe, man, because you had a long time ago, you had a lot of miracles happen, so to speak. A lot of miracles happen. A whole bunch of miracles. How come they don't happen now? I,
We don't always see comments, guys. A lot of comments just don't go through, we realize. So if there's a
I
problem.
don't try to skip anybody. I really don't, guys.
No, we're trying to get better at that, but it definitely some of the comments just don't show
I know.
through. I don't um I didn't mean this to go back 'cause so does that mean if you believe in Jesus, you couldn't believe in reincarnation because it's part
I
of
don't know. I
Christianity,
believe in God and I believe in Jesus.
and you believe you were here before.
I do believe I was here before. I just don't know how.
So my sister had done this recess hypnotic thing,
Yeah.
and
I don't know that I'm right.
she went back to two places, but the one I think I remember was like almost caveman. She said she was in a French cave or something.
Do they now?
Uh, and then, which is weird because we have nothing to do with the French at all. And then later on, she was French nobility,
Right.
and that was all under hypnosis, you know. I've had other people do the same thing. And there's also these children. Did you ever watch the children that have they'll tell you who the pilot they were with, who died in the crash, what troop they were in, like 8-year-old kids knowing about World War I shit and
Right.
then proving it.
Right.
How do you explain that?
Yeah. Alan says Revelations is most confusing for me, him. And then Helen told me I didn't learn from what I was taught in church. And miracles do happen today, do they? And then Joseph says, sorry, but why does the Catholic religion so great? Why is it so great? Yet it does so many evil things.
Right? Because it's organized.
And then Alan says, I don't know much about the Catholic religion. He doesn't. I do. I do. My grandfather was a penitente. That's he was very religious. So very religious. My whole family was. My mom keeps calling
Nuts.
me, telling me to go to church.
So the penitente are the ones that like,
Hurt themselves because
yeah,
they
if
sinned so
they
much.
miss the toilet bowl, they smack themselves like 50 times
Yeah,
with a mace or something.
yeah, something. Yeah. But
It's
they
like
usually do it in the mountains. They would go up there and they'd actually put themselves up on crosses too, and they'd whip themselves. They'd have themselves whipped. Yeah, harsh penalties for their sins. Well, my grandfather was also a rancher. And every so often he had the need to, I mean, even when he was up in his late 60s, he needed to go to the freaking bar and get into a fight. He literally went to the bar, they got drunk, and they got into a fist fight. Yeah,
man.
he always did it. And he did it his whole life. Just needed to blow off steam, I guess. Shit. He was a penitente.
Yeah, see, there's just too many.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I mean, I seen a lot of good people that were in the Catholic religion. It was always the people that were good.
I
Some
have
of
to,
them were good. Not
we have
all
to
of them were
do a little
good.
more research on Martin Luther.
Not everybody is good
'Cause
that goes to church. Say that.
what do you have? His 98 Theses, and he left it on the church's door. We got to look that stuff up because I
I
remember
don't
being
know.
interested in it long ago. I don't know if I ever.
Yeah.
I'd
I
like
do
to look.
believe in God though. And I believe in Jesus Christ. I do.
You believe that Jesus was God's son? Or was he could have been, maybe, maybe not.
Could have been. Could have been his
Again, I'll
son.
say, why is this a Judeo-Christian country when the Jews don't believe in Jesus? Most of them, some of them do now. I don't know. Um,
But
I just don't like, I just
that's right,
wouldn't.
Helen. You have somebody else smack you around.
What?
Yeah, Helen said you have somebody else smack you around instead of yourself. Yeah, that's true. Being a penitente. They used to do it in the mountains, usually.
Oh, yeah. You
Hmm.
know, it's weird. It
The
was
way
in
people.
David Brown's book. What was it? Angels and Demons had it. And who starred in that? Do you remember that movie?
Mm-mm.
There was
Oh, Angels and Demons. Wasn't that Tom Hanks? Yeah.
Yes,
Mm.
sir. The whole Illuminati thing. It was what was the other one? Oh, what is what is Alan saying?
He said he grew up in a neighborhood of mostly Catholics. He was Baptist. The neighbors would party, gamble, and imbibe all week long, but would go to church on Sunday to absolve themselves of their sins. Yeah. Just because you go to church, it absolves you of your sins. How? How? You still did it. Does that mean you have? Does that mean you have permission to to do those sins again? That's what I don't get. Because they do.
Well, there's a
They
lot
turn
of
around
things
and they
that
do them
just
again.
if
I just don't get it.
why is everything so
I try
cryptic?
not to be either, Alan. I really try not to be judgmental.
If we have
I'm
civilizations that understood writing,
speak good and
sciences,
kind.
arts
Hmm.
for 10,000 years or more proven,
Right.
how come we're so unknowledgeable?
Yeah.
What happened?
I just say be good and kind as you can, as much as you can. That's what I say.
I have no problem living by the rules that Jesus set forth to the world. That just makes you a good person. But I don't know if I believe in I can't say that I believe hey, there might have been a Jesus, but am I gonna say it's I don't I you see, I'm not gonna
Yeah.
even say it. I'm not
Yeah.
even gonna say it because it's not my place to even I don't know, philosophize about that
Mhm.
anymore. I can't because I can't. I have a lot of problems with all religions, really.
Mhm.
I think I
Yeah,
like the
that's it.
Buddhists the best, and not because of reincarnation.
Mhm.
I just like the fact because I don't like killing anything.
I don't. Mm.
I don't. I the thing
Well,
I would kill is a mosquito, but
I'll
most
kill a
everything
bug.
else I'll just try to get out
I'll
of there.
kill a bug. I'll kill a fly.
I won't kill a bug or a
I'll
fly.
kill a cockroach.
Well, the flies,
I'll
oh,
kill a
forget it. No, the
spider, a
flies, I take
scorpion.
that back. We had such a fly problem
I'll kill a
back in the
scorpion
country.
too.
Only for the animals' sake, if it was
Man,
for
if that some bitch is in, yeah, I found one in my kitchen. I killed it. It was in my kitchen.
yeah, I could see
It was a
that.
yellow one.
Is that bad or good?
They'll put you in the hospital.
Yeah, yellow poison. Yeah, okay.
It makes you real sick. They don't kill you, but it makes you real sick. Then they
Live
have
the
the
Ten
sand scorpion.
Commandments,
That hurts.
Caroline. Caroline, you believe in aliens. Well,
I believe in
I
aliens.
don't think either. I don't think
I
they have
believe
to
in
be
aliens.
separated. I don't
Okay.
think science, or if you want to call, I don't, I don't see why God would just create this ball and us on it.
Yeah. Gotta start.
What are you hungry? You making dinner?
I gotta check my meat because it's been in there
He's
for a
making
couple hours,
ribs.
2.5 hours already.
I haven't had ribs in
Hmm.
like 2 years, I think.
It's not that late.
Like, if I've come, if I have agreed to a God, I would still agree that he created more than just us and this earth. And in that sense, if Jesus was part of God, um, then Jesus must have gone other places. Why just this earth? And then there's always the theory that there's more than one Jesus because he was seen in multiple places at once,
Right. Right.
which makes sense if he was God's son or an alien or whatnot. I mean, I can't help but think, I don't know. I don't know why I feel so empty when I think about God. I really try not to, but like there's this emptiness there that I can't seem to get over. Um, and if there is God, then they'll forgive me because I'm not a bad person. Not really. I'm a bitch once in a while. But Joe, I could be good too, right? Maybe not. All right, are we ready then?
Yeah, I think we talked it all out.
Yeah, but you can't say that. You can't say that, Helen. You can say it yourself. Not a God, just one God. You could say that,
Mhm.
but the Buddhists and the Muslims don't believe what you believe.
That's right, they don't.
What makes you think that the Christianity is better than any other religion? That's my problem.
We just don't know.
Just because America is, if you were born over there, you would not be Christian. Period.
That's
It's a
true.
matter of geography. You're going to tell me believing in what God is a matter of geography.
No.
No,
Uh,
it sounds dumb because it is. I'm sorry, I just don't see it that way. Whose religion is better? Now, the way Trump says it is wonderful. One God. No matter what God you believe in, there's one God.
right, right.
You don't really hear Trump talk about Jesus. I haven't, at least. But God, yes, he'll say there's one God. We all bleed red, and there's one God.
Yeah, one
I
God.
can't fall for one religion. Why? I have Buddhist friends that are such beautiful people, and they've never sinned in their life, you know? So, or they try not to at least.
No, they try not to hurt people. They're good people.
Right. So
They
they're not
work
going to go to
hard.
heaven because it's just to me, it's a little kind of small-minded, actually. I have to be universal in my thoughts, including religions. And I suck at geography, but I'm not bad with religions. We'll have to talk about that more. Apparently, it's a subject that hit home. It's by faith that you live, Cat. I believe in people. I believe I'm here to do a mission. And I realized we're all here on a mission. And if you want to say that's a mission from God, that's fine with me. I don't question it. I just know it's true. I don't question it. I don't, I try not to do any harm. I try to live every day the best I can as a human being. I try to study. I try to spread knowledge. I want to hear your knowledge, it's a process of study too. I still try to create my artwork and keep up with stuff. I mean, everybody here, many people in the group, they're such fine people, good people. I never once asked them, some people will say a small prayer, and I always say amen because what is it going to hurt me? Amen. You know what amen means? Amen means finished. That's all it means. Your end of your prayer. But I'll tell you what, Mama Helen, the next time we come on Saturday night, maybe next weekend, we'll see. And we have an open chat. We're going to have an open chat. I promise, I promise, I promise. You can say a prayer before we start. I will say it with you. I don't want to offend. I just don't want to settle. Why have different picks of religion? Why? Did God have a tower to divide us by religion? Of religion too? Just like our language? I don't
Mhm.
know. All right, guys, that's enough for tonight. It's just something to sit on. I'm, nobody's gonna take away your faith. And that's a
Nobody
wonderful
can.
thing. No, it's your faith. I guess I'm just thinking like if some things come out, like I don't, there are people like my mother-in-law would be very hurt to find out that this Pope was evil. Now, there's not a lot of, I don't know who in the
Just
chat
like my
believes in
mom.
that or believe, right. I don't know Helen, I know you know, right? You're Catholic or you're Christian. I know you know for a fact that the Pope is not good. How will others take it? There are some things that you just gotta, it's gotta be taught or injected in people's minds. That's what I'm saying here. All right, Joe. Joe's making his ribs. I'll start tickling them.
Mhm.
Take care, everybody. You like my shirt,
Thanks
Joe?
for listening, guys.
One of my favorite colors.
Shoulders are showing, or holes in the shoulders.
Yeah, well, I got that bump here though. You guys,
Can't see
you
it
can
really.
see it better in the morning. Get that fixed. Take
Been
care.
fun.
Love you guys. Thanks for everything. It was
Take
wonderful.
care. Hey, give
Joe,
us a like,
Helen
guys. Give us a
Allen,
like.
Lincoln. I
Yeah.
know there's a couple other people watching.